Hi, everybody. There's a hair in my mouth. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This girl. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our television, where it is my hope to inspire you to capture the vision of your life. If you are new here, hi, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Obviously, you can tell there's a giant elephant in the room, and she looks exactly like me. In honor of the fact that I've taken forever to post a video, I thought I would just, double up on my face and interview my sister to see if she thinks and or maybe does conclude the fact that she might or might not have ADHD Inattentive Type. I'm just going to ask her about inattentive ADHD, questions that I found on the internet, and think to see if she has inattentive type ADHD. She actually you don't really know much about it, do you?
No, I just think I have it.
Let's just get started. Let's just, cut the crap and get straight to it. So, Christine, this is a 12-question test, but there's two more after this. And starting with question number 1, do you have trouble sustaining attention and or are you easily distracted?
Yes and yes. Next. Can I get easily distracted for 200, please? Thank you.
All right, cool. With that said, do you have a difficulty at completing a project?
Yes. Difficulty completing projects, yes.
Number 3, do you have feelings of overwhelmed by the tasks of everyday living?
Yes.
I
if
feel
you
like
know me and you know me, you know that.
That's like the basic word that most people with ADHD feel that describes them in one word. And I've asked this on different forums and online support groups. Name what word describes your ADHD and
I used to always feel like I was alone with the overwhelm until I met other people with that same overwhelm. And it's overwhelming.
So, number 4, trouble maintaining an organized work or living area.
Yes.
We are both currently in the process.
I don't know how to organize.
We're kind of doing it right now because I've looked into it. Minimalism is really good for people with ADHD.
I am currently decluttering and organizing, but
Same.
It's I have to do just one little thing at a time. Otherwise, I just look at all as one big giant mess, and I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, because it's overwhelming. Okay, next, inconsistent work performance.
Yes, one day I'm doing great. The next day I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Number 6, lack of attention to detail.
I don't know about that one. I feel like sometimes sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit too attention to detail, and that's where the overwhelm comes from. Because I'm like, it's too much.
Because you want to give so much detail to every little facet of every little thing that you don't know when to make an executive decision to
doesn't matter.
Makes decisions impulsively. Number 7.
100% yes. I've learned to not do that as I've failed and gotten up and failed in my life. I'm, a little bit more wiser. But yes.
Number 8, have difficulty delaying what you want. Must have your needs met immediately. Kind of the same as number 7.
Kind of instant gratification thing,
do it now, we'll worry about it later. Especially I feel like with money.
Yes.
Number 9, I don't want to lead this question, but I wonder what your answer will be. Restless or fidgety?
Yes, and the answer is yes.
Oh yeah, she's more fidgety than me. Yeah.
Fidget a lot.
She did, the little typing thing.
Constantly
typing. And number 10, moving on, make comments to others without considering the impact.
Yes, I've learned to not do that, but I think that I'm trying to help them in some way, so I tell them what I would want to hear, and that might not be what they want to hear.
I hear you.
I've learned to put on a filter, and then sometimes you just say things to people, and you're like, walk away, why did I say that?
Oh, all the time. Number 11, impatient or easily frustrated. How do you say frustrated in Spanish?
Frustrada. Muy frustrada siempre. Yes. And I'm catching on to that one too. I just love
What do you mean catching on?
I catch myself when I'm impatient or frustrated, trying to, rein it in and just, give that patience.
Realize that you are impaciencioso.
Muy paciente.
It's my attempto at Spanish. So number 12, last one of this test. Do you have, this is a really random one. It was almost like they were like, I don't know what to write. So number 12, do you have frequent traffic violations or near accidents?
No. I'm a really good driver.
Yeah, this is so next.
Yeah.
All right.
So what does that tell me? Do I have ADHD? Do you know yet? Do you know?
I mean, I feel like that's pretty symptomatic of yes. But I know that we would have to go to a doctor's office to technically, legally diagnose.
Doctor. Who's a doctor anyway these days?
We're all doctors. Okay, so often fails to give close attention to details or makes careless mistakes in schoolwork, work, or other activities. This is the next
50-50.
test. 50-50. Okay, maybe
I don't know.
sometimes.
Sometimes I do make careless mistakes. Like, how did I do that? I'll never forget the day I left my phone on top of my car because I was putting the coffee in, and then I left the phone on top, and then I drove off, and I lost signal through my Bluetooth, and I'm like, what happened?
To the music?
It flew off my car, and I drove back to find my phone shattered in pieces on the road.
Often has difficulty sustaining attention in tasks or activities.
Yes,
while
very much
throughout.
so. Yes, I'll squirrel. Like,
Doing dishes, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you see
I'm doing
dirt.
some other cleaning project. I'm like, wait, I haven't even finished the first one.
I feel like this one's we already said. Yes, often easily distracted. Yes. Often does not follow through on instructions and fails to finish work duties at workplace due to oppositional behavior or failure to understand instructions.
Yeah. I mean, there's many tasks that I do well as well, but that definitely has happened to me.
Often has difficulty organizing and setting up tasks and activities.
And then therefore never doing them.
Yeah, like charting out the day. Like I have a really hard time.
You look at my charting out of the day and the goals that I need to get done that day. First of all, if I even do that, and then at the end of the day I look, did I get any of them done? And it's like 1 out of the 5. But I'm trying.
Often does not seem to listen when spoken to directly.
I think my laughter says it all. Next.
Often avoids, dislikes, or is reluctant to engage in tasks that require sustained mental effort. Like if you know it's coming.
110% yes.
Often loses things necessary for tasks or activities. Often loses things necessary for tasks. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like when you forgot to bring the tickets to the concert.
Oh, I did that, but that's not often. I'm really good about remembering stuff and mise en place, everything in its place.
Mise en place.
Mise en place.
Mise en place. Okay. So you're good at not losing things that are necessary for tasks. I don't think I'm really.
I forget sometimes.
I feel like I'm more forgetful than her. Like where she's
so.
maybe more fidgety than me. I just will never forget. I think in 1 week I lost my keys. I lose my keys a lot. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And she would find them.
I feel nervous for her sometimes.
Yeah. I'm like, it has been a show. A showdown. Often easily distracted by extraneous stimuli.
Define extraneous.
I know, I don't even know what that means.
Extraneous. Irrelevant or unrelated to the subject being dealt with. Oh, I'm distracted by other things.
Oh.
Subjects unrelated. Oh, yeah. Distracted.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Yes. All the time. And I get distracted by other people's distractions. I was hanging out with a friend recently. When I was talking to them, I could see that they were being distracted by extraneous stimuli. And I was like, that's extraneous stimuli for my extraneous stimuli. Or you get what I'm saying? And it's like when I could see people's eyes going off, I'm like, I'm losing them. Get back with me. Last question of this test, which this one's been a good one. It's created some great dialogue. Often, did they spell forgetful wrong?
No.
Often forgetful in daily activities.
Yeah. I'll forget things that I wanted to do that day.
Yeah. And then later I'll be like, oh wow, that was on my to-do list that I didn't write down. And twinning much. By the way, we don't really dress alike. We just thought it would be fun for the video.
To pop that collar. It doesn't stay up. Cool.
I know. Cool. Good talk.
Didn't want to
All right.
Anyway.
So last but not least, do you have nervous habits like nail biting or playing with small objects in your hands?
Yes.
What is
Yes,
it?
I do. I tend to tap my fingers a lot. And then sometimes I've taken typing class. This is a really weird fidget. If you do this too, please leave a comment so I know I'm not the only one. But I've taken a lot of typing in my life. I like typing. Classes, yes. Keyboard, DJ. And sometimes I'll just type the words out in my hand, or I'll even do like tapping patterns with my fingers.
And I'll like grab her because I'll like see to my peripheral vision.
But then I hate when people are like fidgeting themselves. Like if somebody's kicking their leg, I'm like, stop it.
Number 2, would you describe yourself as a worrier?
Yes. Yeah.
What about being a warrior?
I'm a warrior.
Warrior.
Say that 10 times fast.
Warrior. Okay. Do you frequently forget or lose things like car keys or glasses? I think we've already discussed that. That's me.
I have, yes, but nowhere nearly as much as...
We'll circle the dash, which is our...
I really want to say no to that. I don't frequently do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's taking some initiative here. Do you feel stressed or overwhelmed with having to remember too many things at one time?
Yes, I have to write everything down.
She's really good about that. Good at
because I won't remember it. I know that about myself. So like fail forward.
Do you tend to pile papers in stacks, intermingling important with not so important items? Sorry. Do you tend to pile...
Repeat the question, please.
Do you tend to pile papers in stacks, intermingling important papers with not so important items?
No.
So you always have important with important and not important with not... Oh, geez. And I'm totally a yes on
I mean,
that.
I start with like, this is just a pile of crap I gotta go through, aka mail. But then I'll eventually just throw the crap away and yeah.
I'm pretty sure like there's a stack of papers right there that have important and not important things right there. So is it, oh, so that was a no. Is it hard for you to throw things out or purge at home or the office?
Yes, until I get so angry that I'm like, get out of my sight. But yes.
Which we're going through right now.
Yeah.
Currently purging.
Purge,
so do you
cleaning.
Surge the purge. Do you seem to miss or be late for appointments due to being distracted and or not using good time management?
I have, yes. I try to make them now as I'm an adult and grown older, but yes. I missed two car oil changes today, or this week, because I was just lazy. Bad time management, wanted to sleep in, because I go to bed at 3 a.m. sometimes. And then finally made it today. Late, an hour. Yeah.
So number 8, do you read directions or use a hands-on approach to putting something together or learning about new appliances?
Yes, I have to read the instructions. I have to know every detail. I can't just wing it.
Are you a standardized multiple choice test? What? Are standardized multiple choice tests difficult for you to take?
No.
Yeah, me
Still
neither.
in the bubble.
Next. Do you often seem distracted by your own thoughts to the point where you have a hard time focusing on conversation with someone else?
Oh yeah, I've done it already in this interview.
Exactly. Is it hard for you to stick with a task from beginning to end?
Yes.
Does it seem that you never have enough time during the day to finish things you need to finish?
Yes.
If so, do you think that you underestimate the time you need to accomplish tasks?
Yes.
Do you ever experience such things
Yes.
as a right-left confusion or do you ever experience such things as right-left confusion or difficulties estimating distances?
No.
Yeah.
Pretty good about that.
Do you have to read something more than once to completely understand it?
Yeah.
No, I think we've done it in this video.
Well, I like to read. I'm a good reader, so I guess don't
Do you have sloppy or poor handwriting to the point that others mention it?
It's beautiful.
Me, I have horrible. It's not about me. She's really good at
yeah.
Her handwriting's so pretty. Do you reverse numbers?
No.
Would you describe yourself as a procrastinator?
Yes.
Do you worry about your performance at work, school, or home?
Yes. I don't know.
Worry,
no,
but I think
don't worry.
the desire to improve is a strong
I worry that I'm
motivator.
not good enough. I'm not measuring up to life standards. You're good enough. Moment's over.
Were you described as inattentive as a child, easily distracted
Yes.
with difficulty paying attention? Yes.
Nobody described me like that because nobody was paying attention to me, but yes.
Hand resounding. Do you like to read?
Love it.
Yes. Do you remember having trouble in school beginning at an early age? Two questions in one. Did it seem to you that you had to work harder than your classmates to get passing grades?
I was struggling all the time. I was like, first of all, I was like, why am I here?
Yeah.
I just want to be home.
All right. And then, we have like 10 more questions. Was math hard for you?
Yes, but I like it now.
Yeah.
I like algebra.
Do you often feel tired during the day?
All the time.
Same. It's not about me. Gosh. Are you sleeping at least 7 hours at night?
9, 10, 12 plus. If I had the choice, I would be sleeping 12 hours a day.
Question. Are you sleeping at least? So yes, and you could sleep a lot, and sometimes you don't get a lot of sleep because you stay up late. Yeah, we have the same crappy sleep schedule. I think sometimes you go in phases where you're better than me, and then
I get jealous when you're really good.
Yeah, jealous. Has anyone mentioned that you snore?
Say that one more time.
Has anyone mentioned that you snore?
No.
Do you ever feel confused or have a headache when you wake up in the morning?
Confused, no. Headache, groggy, yes. I feel like a train just hit me.
Okay, so yes. Do your legs bother you when you try to get sleep?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, I have to have a pillow, and I'm hugging, and I'm moving, and I'm jiggling. I have like 10 pillows for my bed.
She's a hugging and a moving and a jiggling, and she has 10 pillows for her bahati. Are you a restless sleeper, lots of thrashing, moving in your sleep?
Yes.
You just said that, yeah. And do you experience nightmares?
Yes. Very vivid ones. You want to know a way to have a good nightmare or dream? Take zinc right before you go to bed.
Oh, really?
It gives you very, very vivid dreams. It's kind of fun for me. I'm like, ready for a good night of dreaming? Just pop myself some zinc.
I should. It's good for ADHD brains too. Do you walk, talk, or eat in your sleep?
No.
And we are finished. So give us one moment and we're going to give you the results of the test. We're back.
Results
Are in. So we basically took each test and found the percentage results of each. And we added them all, divided them by 300% to get the mean, median, and mode. No, we just got the median grade percentage.
Okay.
And she got an 83% ADHD inattentive type result. So you have a B in being ADHD.
I'm a failure.
She's a failure. No, I think I had 100. I think I passed. In all seriousness, I know that somebody would need to get like clinically, professionally diagnosed with ADHD, but like knowing me, knowing you, knowing sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. In all seriousness, do you think that you have ADHD though? Like after looking at this?
If those questions are indicating like
indicative of
ADHD, then 83%, yes.
And I don't know, it's just been interesting because some of the things I feel like you have certain tendencies that I've never related to with ADHD symptoms.
And then you have some that
For you, I feel like you're more fidgety. For me, I'm way more forgetful. And it's just been interesting to kind of see the results of that. So that was really fun.
I learned a lot because definitely you've mentioned ADHD a lot. And I never really delved into it because I almost was so sure I had it that I was like, why even?
But I think knowledge is power. And the more you know about yourself, the better you can improve yourself. All right, well, that is the video for the day. Thank you so much, everybody, for your patience with me. I know I've been sketchy with my upload schedule. I hope you enjoyed having Christine on the channel. She will definitely be back. If you liked this video, please share with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video. Leave the comments below if you have any comments, questions, concerns. And you all must know by now that you are in my prayers. And I really, really hope you enjoy your week. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.